Hey everyone, wanted to shoot another quick video before turning in for the night here tonight. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning now finally, and it's about time to be able to go to bed, I think. I think I should be able to sleep pretty well tonight. So I wanted to do a quick little video to give you a little bit more information about me. And when you hire a realtor, you're hiring somebody that works for you. When you watch my videos about going into a house, you get a good sense that I've got your best interests at heart, that I'm going through a house, looking at it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm trying to explain on video the things that I'm seeing, and sometimes things don't really necessarily make some sense. Like one of the houses I shot today, it sags. And it's kind of a big sag, and it's kind of important to point that out on a video to somebody from out of town who's thinking about moving to Windsor who might like that house and say, maybe you don't like this house because of its sag. And they watched the video and they said, "Oh, Brian, thank you so much. That's why you're our realtor. And we trust you." So that's part of the reason for those videos as well. They're not necessarily for you. They are for that person who's looking at that house, but you also stand to benefit by watching those videos too, because you learn a little bit more about houses and a little bit more about Windsor business and all of these things. So a little bit about me. I am a business person inside and out. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm very, very competitive. I am part of the Windsor Real Estate Board as well too. I'm giving back to my profession. There's a big training thing coming up on Friday I've got to be sitting in on, unfortunately. I'm trying to give back to other real realtors here in the city of Windsor. I have them over to the house tomorrow, actually today now at noon. They're coming in to sit at my kitchen table. And we're going to do a little meet and greet and get to know each other and be able to see how I can help them with their businesses and how they might be able to help me with my business as well too. Then after that, I have a meeting with my advertising team. I work with some different local businesses here in the city of Windsor, give them some pretty good sized checks as well too, about some things that I'm building out because I'm an entrepreneur in real estate. I'm not just a realtor um, who only goes around selling houses. That would be very, very boring actually for a guy like me because I'm building out a business in essence around real estate. There's 3 tiers to my business, so that when you're working with me, the very first and the most important tier, I believe, is the seniors market for me. I love working in the seniors market. I love helping families when mom is starting to fail or dad is starting to fail, and all of the emotion that comes into all of that. All of the, hey, dad has a whole garage, but he needs to move to an apartment. What do we do with all this garage stuff? How do we find out the value? How do we make sure that it's going to the places that it should go to and stuff? And so I'm constantly doing those kinds of things as well too, and I'm getting ready to launch a hunk of new website around senior services as well too. There's a lot of things that are coming down the pike around the senior services model as well. I'm going to be using my Rolodex very extensively to build out some different things as well too. That will be service offerings for our senior citizens here in the city of Windsor. The seniors market in the city of Windsor is a very, very large market. It is probably the largest market in the city of Windsor. And it's just a lot of fun to work with them. I'm helping a 90-year-old right now, and she is just so happy that I'm deferring some of the things that she's having to deal with. It's like, no, that's on my shoulders. I'll start taking care of that. I'm just getting her house cleaned out and dealing with family members and all that stuff. It can be a little daunting, but I'm really, really good at that. So it's like, hey, hire me. I'll take care of this for you. And we'll get the house cleaned out and try to keep everybody happy at the same time. That's tough sometimes too. But seniors market is definitely number one for me. I control a little bit of the seniors market, about 2% of the seniors market here in the city of Windsor, and I want to grow that to about 10 to 12% of the seniors market in the city of Windsor, and I will get there. My team is getting ready to do some launching here soon. And I'll have some appointments, some announcements about that here on this channel here at some point in time. I have a meeting with them later on today to see how far along they are in this whole process. Everything takes a long time to get done when you're an entrepreneur. It's like, why is this taking this long? But if you're working with really, really good people, you just have to be very patient because the product will be very good. So it just takes a little bit of time. I could have a really bad product very fast or a really good product a little slower. I'd rather have a really good product a little slower. So then the other market that I'm building on too is I'm building on a group real estate benefit for local Windsor employers because people who have jobs have the ability to buy a house because they can finance it, get a mortgage, those kinds of things. And so I'm launching a new program here in the city of Windsor. It's never been thought through. No other realtor that I know of has ever launched this type of program. It's the entrepreneur in me, and it's coming along very well. It will be launched here soon, and I'll talk about it when I get to that point. I don't want to talk about it here now because there is definitely in the internet business, there is something about being first to market and capturing that first to market advantage. But there is a product that's going to be coming, a program that's going to be coming that'll be specific to Windsor employers. And specifically, it also ties together with my wealth management firm because I do group benefits in my wealth management practice. I'm just creating a group benefits real estate program here in the city of Windsor that I don't think anybody's ever thought about. And I might be able to franchise that across Canada as well too, and even down in the United States for that matter. There's all kinds of different applications to that one thing. So I'm building that out, but then probably the second tier. So the group thing is a third. The second tier, though, underneath senior citizens, is you. I love lead generation. I love picking up the phone, calling people. Where are you at with the house? How can I help? All of that. I love doing that. It's a lot of fun. I don't have very much time to be able to do that sometimes, like right now. And I feel a little guilty about that, but I'm also using video and I'm using email to be able to be in touch with those folks to be able to do some of that initial conversation. They're watching this video now too to learn a little bit more about me. And so at the end of the day, my last three contracts all came from this YouTube channel, by the way. And YouTube is definitely a great big spot for people to be able to highlight me, to be able to say, hey, I want to work with Brian. I really like Brian. He's approachable. I can understand what he's building. It makes perfect sense what he's building. He's a little bit unique. He's a little bit weird. And I kind of like that. So that's why those clients are otherwise being naturally attracted to me here on this YouTube channel as well too. But the move to Windsor market is definitely my market. I will never leave that market. I love helping people move to the city of Windsor. I was an immigrant to Canada and a new resident to Windsor almost 27 years ago now. And I had the same struggles that I had back then are still some of the same struggles that people have today. It's like, geez, where do I go to find this? Or why do they call the roads? Why is Pierre Peary here? Interesting stuff to be able to explain. But so that's a little bit more about me, a little bit more about where I'm going to and the things that are driving me to be able to get there. Thank you for tuning in and watching this. I'm happy to share with you. There's going to be some big announcements coming up here in 2023, especially the first quarter of 2023. I'm getting very close to being able to get those things launched. I've been investing heavily back into this business of real estate to be able to help more people and to be able to then create a little bit more revenue for my family as well too. But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to spend a little bit of time with you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.